Hi, Steve. I'm doing an interview with Mille from Kreator. You have been touring with Phantom Antichrist for a while. Are you happy with the fans' reactions so far?
Yeah, I said that earlier in other interviews. We're in a very privileged position where a lot of the bands that I know from the 80s, a lot of the people that come to their shows are only waiting for the old songs. But I think a lot of our fans really want to hear the new songs also, which is great. You know, I mean, that makes me feel really, really good, and it makes me feel like we've done something right with these albums.
Tonight you're going to play with Evil and Centrix. Do you like them?
Very much, very much. We've toured with Evil in the US already, so they're friends of ours. Eccentrics we never played with, but of course I've known them from the early days, and I'm really happy that this lineup came about. It's couldn't be any better.
In the last decade, you returned to the thrash metal sound with more melodies and fresh attitude. However, in the 90s, you were experimenting a little from Renewable to Endorama. Recently, you don't play too much tracks from these albums. Is there any reason why?
Yeah, the reason is we have so much new material that we have to make compromises. I mean, there's so many bands, there's so many songs that I wanted to play, but we don't want to play longer than an hour and a half because we play very extreme music, and I think the audience would get bored if you play too long. No? I take your word.
Challenge me.
Yeah, but I'd love to do some other songs, yes. But it's always that's the biggest problem that we have. You know, it's like putting together a set list that pleases everyone. It's very hard, man.
Even if those records were, let's say, controversial for some of the fans, nowadays more and more people can see the values of those albums. Would you like to do more experimental stuff under the name of Kreator, or maybe in a different project? As far as I know, Endorama is one of your favorite albums.
Yeah. The thing is, what we do nowadays, the music that we play nowadays is, like, to me, people don't want to hear it, but I think it's a perfect mix of what we've done on Endorama and the stuff that we've done up until Coma of Souls. So, to me, people don't realize, and some people don't see the connection, but that's how I feel. I feel that a lot of the stuff that's on Endorama, you can hear without the electronic stuff and without the loops and all that, but you can hear a lot of the influences on our newer records. And people, I think people are not so they don't see it as an experimental thing, because we still have the fresh and the heavy stuff. You know, if we only had stuff like on Endorama, there was no real like fast stuff on it, so people got a little pissed off about that.
Many generations have grown up on your music. If you had a chance to pick up the bands for a Kreator tribute album, which bands would you like to hear on that CD? Could be your generation or the new ones.
Oh man, I mean, I'm happy. There's already 2 Kreator tribute albums, and there's underground bands like Christian and Pessimist and all these great underground bands that already paid tribute to us, and I couldn't ask for more. You know, I mean, these are the real people, and I think if I could pick, of course, I would pick my favorite artists to play some of the stuff, but that's just a dream.
What do you like to listen nowadays? Do you see any new promising band on the scene?
Yeah, there's a lot. I always listen to new stuff. You know, there's a band called I Am Heresy from America that I like. It's one guy of the Boy Sets Fire. It's the singer, Nathan. New project, and I'm a fan of Ghost. I know a lot of people think they're trendy, but I like them. The new album is not as strong as the first one, and I am also listening to a lot of pop music. You know.
That was going to my second question. What do you prefer to listen when you have had enough of metal?
I listen to a lot of. I like the last Lana Del Rey album. That's on my headphones constantly on tour, because it just relaxes me.
You have been using Jackson guitars for a long time, and now you have your own signature one. Please introduce the Mille King V model.
It is a very how could I put this? It's a user's guitar. You know, if you want to go on stage and it's a plug and play thing. You go on stage, plug into your amp, and play. No no technical stuff, no complicated stuff. It's only for people that want to go out and perform.
You were always interested in political and social issues. As you can see in Europe, it's still struggling with the social and economic crisis. What do you think about it? Where is it heading to now?
As in everything in life, there's always ups and downs. I think some countries are suffering at the moment, but other countries are on the rise. And I think Europe as a whole should stick together more, instead of like looking down on countries that are having problems, you know. And I think that I'm not a politician, but I think the European Union is a good thing, you know. But it takes time to develop, and people should be more patient.
It seems you're reading my mind like next question. If you find this next question a bit too personal, I'm not forcing it or something, but I would like to know what you think about the European Union. Do you think it could be the solution for all these matters?
If it would be done right, but the thing is the human factor. You know, humans are greedy, and humans are, you know, politicians are corrupt, and that's the problem. And it's not because they're politicians; it's because they're human. You know, and it is that's like the main problem of the world is, you know, mankind itself, like being not perfect. You know, humans are not perfect, and so they cannot ever be the perfect political system, because life is about imperfection. So could it be the perfect system? I don't know. I hope. I don't know anything better. I can't come up with a better idea, but I don't know.
Recently, delicate issues like death penalty is coming up within the society, especially after what happened in Norway. Do you support death penalty or any kind of punishment like that?
I think that's like barbarian. I would never support death penalty. It's barbarian. It's like that's from the Middle Ages. No fucking way I would support this.
What's the story with the new Kreator Distraction Sodom tour? Any news on this?
No, not yet. But I'll let you know as soon as I know.
Thank you for the interview.